Hello, Questions Master. I am studying the corporate strategy and I would like to know, what is corporate governance?
Hello, Laura. Corporate governance refers to the set of systems, principles and processes by which a company is governed. They provide the guidelines as to how the company can be directed or controlled such that it can fulfill its goals and objectives in a manner that adds to the value of the company and is also beneficial for all stakeholders in the long term. Stakeholders in this case would include everyone ranging from the board of directors, management, shareholders to customers, employees and society. The management of the company hence assumes the role of a trustee for all the others.
What are the principles underlying corporate governance?
Corporate governance is based on principles such as conducting the business with all integrity and fairness, being transparent with regard to all transactions, making all the necessary disclosures and decisions, complying with all the laws of the land, accountability and responsibility towards the stakeholders and commitment to conducting business in an ethical manner. Another point which matters is the need for those in control to be able to distinguish between what are personal and corporate funds while managing a company.
Why is corporate governance important?
Fundamentally, there is a level of confidence that is associated with a company that is known to have good corporate governance. The presence of an active group of independent directors on the board contributes a great deal towards ensuring confidence in the market. Corporate governance is known to be one of the criteria that foreign institutional investors are increasingly depending on when deciding on which companies to invest in. It is also known to have a positive influence on the share price of the company. Having a clean image on the corporate governance front could also make it easier for companies to source capital at more reasonable costs. Unfortunately, corporate governance often becomes the center of discussion only after the exposure of large scams.
Why should the public be interested in corporate governance?
There has been renewed interest in the corporate governance practices of modern corporations since 2001, particularly due to the high-profile collapses of a number of large corporations, most of which involved accounting fraud. Corporate scandals of various forms have maintained public and political interest in the regulation of corporate governance. In the US, these include Enron Corporation and Mackay Incorporated, formerly WorldCom. Their demise is associated with the US federal government passing the Sarbanes-Oxley Act in 2002, intending to restore public confidence in corporate governance. Similar corporate failures in other countries stimulated increased regulatory interest.
Are corporate management and corporate governance different?
Governance has little to do with management, and this often comes as a surprise to directors. It is not a hands-on activity that can be learned then put into action easily. It is a whole board activity and not something that can be delegated to the company secretary or the chairperson only. Whilst management operates within a hierarchy of delegated responsibility and authority, the members of a board are all jointly and individually responsible with equal rights and duties. The practice of governing is certainly different from managing. It is not about managing companies but ensuring they are well run. It is less about doing and taking action than reflecting and learning. The key principles are that of prudence, acting in good faith, stewardship, duty, openness, transparency and integrity. These are the real building blocks of excellence in corporate governance and the binding actions for an effective board.
So if management is about running the business, corporate governance is about seeing that it is run properly. All companies need managing and governing. Is this right?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Questions Master.
You're welcome, Laura.